Here we are. And in fact, if you look, come to think of it, well, I got to look at this myself. Wow.
Join the savage tribe. New takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Hello, and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Golden Age podcast as I get the rest of my panel up here on the screen. How is everybody doing tonight? Man, Restream's being fun. Cornboy, how you doing, man, as I'm getting everybody back up here?
Oh, doing great, man. I had a great time watching that national championship last week while we were alive and enjoying the end of it since I went to Indiana and they're first good football team in my whole life, so I'm still riding high off of that.
Nice. Well, I'm happy. There's you got something happy to look, have had this week. That's a good thing, and we'll be getting into some good stuff too. It's not all going to be doom and gloom this week, we swear. So, Cole Hauser, how you doing, man? Good to have you back. How you doing up in the Great White North?
Doing great up in the Great White North. We're kind of buried, but it is what it is. That's Canada. That's how we live.
Yeah.
We just deal with it.
Yeah, you gotta struggle through it, but at least you're here, and hopefully everybody's internet holds out tonight. We're all having some issues here and there, but it's all part of it. So we appreciate everybody's patience in the chat. And Vatla, as always, man, how you doing? Good to see you here.
Well, it's just, I'll sum this up in a weather report, and I'll try to do it in pilot voice. It is currently 59 degrees with clear skies and no wind. We're expecting a 90-minute show, and we will entertain you for all 90 minutes.
Yes, we will. Perfectly said, Vatla. We got to get that. We're going to clip that. That might be in the intro. You never know. But thank you. And Ronan's gone. Man, he got deported. I'm waiting for that ice reward, but we shall see.
Keep waiting, bitch. I'm back
again. Damn! They didn't get him.
Hello, everybody. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader. I just stepped out. I had to move my car because ice was coming for me, but I finally did it. They can't find me again. I'm back here.
Man, they are slippery when wet.
Man, crazy. You got away. But how you doing, man? You surviving this winter?
Yes, I actually kind of had to call out of work today just because the roads were bad. But other than that, I'm good. I just finished up a Fallout stream earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, that's really cool. You're playing. I love the retro stuff. The aesthetic in that is great. So, guys, if you want to check that out, definitely subscribe to Ronan's channel as well because that's some good stuff. So keep it up. And Lex, we don't see you, but we hear you. Are you alive? You good to talk?
Debatable. If you were here, you might question whether or not I was alive. I am still here. Not even death and sickness will prevent me from being on the base show that is the Golden Age podcast. But it is rather cold here.
Amen to that.
And every winter I get either, it varies year by year, I either get bronchitis or full-blown pneumonia every year. It never fails. So I haven't figured out which one it is this year. I can't leave my house right now, so we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, man, you survived, and hopefully you survived through the rest of it. But it's good to have you here, I guess. But first time on the channel, Jeff from Suns and Shadows, man, good to see you. I wish we had an applause button because we would press it, but good to have you on, man. How are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me on. We
Absolutely.
enjoyed having you on with us when we were doing our Stargate stuff. But my Wisconsin blood is thinning out here down in Arizona. So when it hits like 65, it's like, damn it,
Yeah.
it's cold around here because I get used to the 115 to 120 degree summers around here.
Man, you saying 65? I'm living in more like 6 to 5 right now. So it's, man, a little bit jealous, if I have to admit. But yeah, I had a great time on the Stargate Files with you guys, and I appreciate you coming on, even though we're a little bit different pace, different topics here. But it's great to get your opinions on stuff. And we're going to check in with the chat real quick. I see Erwin's Sentient Potato dropping the links, being a fantastic mod. We appreciate you, dude. We have Legatus up in the chat, too, another great mod. Good to see you. We got Boomin' Bob, Ebola. Good to see you. Just JK. We have Cold Hauser in the chat saying, watch out for black guys. I agree. Watch out for them. Over on the Kick side, we have Legatus. Guys, that Kick link is in the chat. Definitely make sure. Trying to get to 100 followers over on Kick. So if you're new here, thank you we did hit 500 subscribers on YouTube this week. Again, shout out to Badger and Jay and everybody for the support for that. Very much appreciated. But definitely make sure you're following on Kick. It's a good backup, too, where we're multi-streaming. And we see Alex in the chat, everybody else, Hoodie, everyone. So it's great to see everybody. We're going to get into a few funny things, lighten up the mood, get into things before it's too serious. And we got Goodwin in the chat, too. Good to see you, man.
do.
Why are the chats not pulling up? All right. So, wholesome stuff. This is some really good stuff. This is from, everyone knows Donut Operator, right? So, Donut Operator, great dude over on YouTube, and he's on X here posting. He recently got his most liked comment ever in his personal history as I'm pulling this up on Restream. So, wholesome stuff. Well, I wasn't expecting that to be my most liked comment ever. So first, we're going to watch this video, and then we're going to read his comment.
You want to push? Send it. Don't leave.
Uh-oh.
But his comment was perfect to this. Right below it, it says, "Cop beats up unarmed toddler. More news at 7." So that's just straight up stereotypical, like CNN headline, But it seems, it's
New York
funny.
Times.
But
I
at the
read
same
that this
time,
morning.
When
Yeah,
will the
I could see them
brutality
posting it.
end?
I know. It's absolutely insane. So I just thought that was hilarious from Donut Operator.
Yeah, the only
And,
thing that thing is missing is like the Hanna-Barbera sound effects like there.
I know. Yes. Yeah, that'd be perfect. But you love to see it. The police up there bonding with the community, sledding. That's just great, wholesome stuff. And
Nah,
we need
it
more of that.
probably- It would have been
Oh,
funny
cool,
if it was a black kitty hit.
It would have been even funnier.
Then we could have overlaid the soundbite from the damn.
Damn. He needs some milk. But let's check this out.
Either that or the "she gonna fall again." Damn.
Yep. I need that sound clip.
That's the one.
So this is also hilarious. Saw this. Breaking. This ICE agent is being praised for absolutely decimating a leftist stalker. Do you have... Well, we'll just see it and then we'll read it after. But so nonetheless, the person behind the camera doing what they're doing, going around, recording everything all day. So look what this ICE officer had to say. Absolutely hilarious.
Do you have any idea how racist it is to blow a whistle at workers that are probably legal? You're just alerting them that ICE is here, and they're probably legal. That's very racist.
Reverse Uno. Yeah. But, I mean, not a bad point when you think of it. It's
God,
they're
those
going around,
whistles are so
They're going
annoying.
around assuming everyone in the neighborhood's illegal and
Yes, they are.
kind of racist there. I agree.
You could almost say it's like profiling. Hey, I see a brown worker. They must be here illegally. That's the liberal mindset.
You don't have to call me out on that, Isaac. I understand I'm brown.
It's true. It's true. Listen, You make a
Damn, I
mistake
forgot my
calling
whistle.
in Ronan once. You never let you live it down.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna pull it up, but it's just like that video of the day where they were following those two white girls who they kept on saying who they thought they were ICE, and they said we're not ICE, we're not ICE. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's all they do is profile, you know,
Yeah.
and they just assume that's what they're doing. They're
no,
assuming
I would have
without
loved to have been there. 'Cause
Oh,
you know me, I'm just gonna
100%.
yeah, I'm gonna have fun.
Yes. One more thing. This is a fantastic skit. I don't know who did this,
Before you
but you
hit
can see the
play-
TikTok plug there. Yes.
Before you hit play, is that Marge Simpson?
Similar
buzz cut.
hair. Similar hair, yeah. Got a little trim, got a little the Michael Jackson treatment, got the yellow replaced with some white.
Added a few
but,
pounds. Yeah, that.
Yeah, added more than a few, yeah. So this is Liberals on Patrol. Pretty accurate, I must say.
Just driving through my neighborhood.
Oh,
Looking for
Jesus.
ICE agents. Trying
The
to do
nose
my
ring?
part. Trying to protect my illegal
I'm not so
criminal
sure that's a ring the nose
fellow
hula hoop.
human beings
Yeah.
safe from ICE.
Gosh.
Because
What
this
the
is
hell?
ridiculous what's going on.
You put
Oh,
cows
oh,
to
oh, oh, what
shame,
is
you
this?
motherfucker.
Yes,
We have an ICE agent here. Get my whistle ready.
the whistle, always.
I'm gonna get my whistle ready.
Run for your
Yep.
life. Run. ICE is here, everybody. ICE.
If this is
Get
a
him away. We did
lampoon,
it.
that is perfect.
Yep.
My hero.
Yeah, and they always think that I'm a hero. They always end it with that, you know. It's but the thing is, I mean,
Perfect
we
troll.
make fun of it, but that looks pretty true to reality of what these people do. Unfortunately, you know. I
Long
mean,
parking lot. Needed to go to Home Depot.
Down to the
Yes.
multicolored
What is it?
hair.
Occam's razor, I think's what it is. The
Simplest
internet rule
solution.
for that.
Oh,
Yes.
My whole thing is where are these people coming out of the woodwork looking like this? You
I
know,
know.
No, dude.
half the time it kind of feels like it's a factory thing, like they're just being churned out, you know,
Yes.
mass produced and whatnot.
Well, mind you, this is what happens when we close the insane asylums too.
Oh.
These people are largely mentally ill. This one was definitely a skit. This was posted by someone
Yeah.
but I mean, unfortunately, like we said, it's
Unfortunately,
awfully close
it's
to how
spot
they
on.
really are. Yes. Oh yes, Goodwin. You'd never.
Goodwin?
Never.
No, of course
Never.
not.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
How
Ever.
How do these people look
Absurd.
in a mirror and think, yeah, that looks good?
They
I like
have
that."
they have an ego the size of Mars, and they are totally not self-aware. They're NPCs largely. It's a shame. But this was at an ICE, I want to say protest, riot, whatever you want to call it. But a tough guy rapper in Minneapolis thought he was invincible until he got pummeled to the ground and detained by federal agents. So look at Big Boy here. What would his rapper name be, guys? Let's go around the horn here. This individual, what would be a good rapper name for Mr. Tough Guy here? Jabba something Jabba? I don't know.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Bust-
Yeah.
Busted ice.
Busted ice. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like just
Let's
a
check
little-
out what happened to Mr. Tough Guy here. Taking on ice.
Ice
Taking on the
huge.
man.
Icebreaker.
What fat guys were supposed to be jolly.
No, you ain't doing
Oh man, that's the fastest that man ever moved.
So
Well,
that was the earthquake we felt earlier then, huh?
Ah, yes.
For a fat guy, he was
curious.
fairly nimble there for like a half
So
second.
like half a second.
Yeah.
Play for the Dolphins.
As for his name, we'll go with the
Big yard.
notorious FAT.
Fuck.
Let's go with Iceberg.
Iceberg.
Oh, iceberg.
Iceberg,
Ice.
fat ice, epic
Yeah,
moment.
like that.
Yeah. Man, crazy stuff
You know-
though.
you
But
know-
you know, go ahead. Yep.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm surprised that some of these hip like Ice Cube or Ice T, you know, haven't changed their names yet. You know,
I know. Well, there's been satire things about that. Ice Cube changing his name, stuff like that. But
Oh,
it's crazy stuff.
Considering Ice-T's in a cop show, I don't think he can at this point. He's just like,
I don't
I'm
think
going
he
to, I'm
would.
going to dip low and just
Yeah.
avoid the whole nonsense. Let it fly over there.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
he got a little bit of a workout. That's not aerobic, but what's the term? Anaerobic.
hmm Got to share this too. Don Lemon, who terrorized the church, we're going to be getting into that in a bit, but very frustrated, wonders what a guy has to do to get sent to men's prison. You know, tough row to hoe for this guy. He wants to drop the soap so badly, you know, and Trump's not letting him. I say, Trump, give the man what he wants. Send him to men's prison, not solitary confinement. He wants to be in general public, but
maybe he
I don't
can
know.
issue a report on it after a couple of years.
Hey, he's already got the white man he wants. I don't know why he would need to go to prison.
It's true.
Well,
It's
he
true.
heard the warden say put him in the hole, and he completely misunderstood it.
He did. He did.
Just put everything in that hole. You don't know where it's been.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that video
So-
last week where it had I don't know if I sent it to you, where it had Don in prison, and then Walt said that's mine.
Really?
Okay.
You guys.
I gotta look. Okay, I'll look through that when we're watching something else. But I'll see if I can pull that up.
Ew.
Wanted to share this. Wanted to share this too.
Oh, boy.
So this is pretty accurate. Where you start off the white monster. I haven't had a white monster in years. I don't think one sip would hurt. And then you get to the bottom of the can and you start getting.
Come on over here. Come on, coward. Coward! I know that I want to punch you in the nose. I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You're an intellectual dumbass. And I'm coming. You coward. I think you're a tough guy. I hate you, coward.
Just have to say fairly accurate, to be honest. I had a white monster before the stream, and I'm ready to get into it because, man, it gets you fueled up, ready to go to Agartha or something. You know, it's the fuel you need. It's the fuel you need. But pretty accurate, I do have to say. We're getting more names in the chat for that black rapper guy. Diabetes,
Diabetes.
That's so good.
Girthquake. Don't clip that.
okay.
But don't clip that, by the way. Not milkshake.
Not milkshake.
Ice burglar.
Iceberg.
Jeff, how dare
Blur.
I gotta say, diabetes is a pretty good one. I must say.
It's a diabetic.
But yeah, diabetes and
You got to use the Wilford Brimley quote of it. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
diabetes. Wanted to show this. Cole Hauser, you sent me this. We're gonna
Uh-oh.
watch at least a good portion of it.
Oh,
I think
no,
it's
he sent
pretty
me this.
damn
I
funny.
saw this before I
Yeah,
joined in
boy.
the stream.
Let's check it out.
Give me your money, bitch.
Oh, calm down, bro.
You calm down. Just hurry up.
Are you a black guy?
Are you serious?
What?
What? Just because I'm
Yes.
robbing you mean I'm black?
Well, I mean,
Why would you think that?
I don't know, maybe because you're robbing me and you're black?
How you know I wasn't a white guy?
Because, bro, you talk black.
Excuse me? Talk black.
Sorry. I mean, talk African American.
I didn't know black was a language.
Look, man, I didn't mean to offend
Basketball
you, okay? I was
American.
nervous.
How would you feel if I just assumed you
Basketball
was a
American,
gardener?
I am a gardener.
How would you feel if I assumed you was in a mariachi band?
I'd be fine with it. I love mariachi.
How would you feel if I assumed you was illegal?
Oh, okay. Calm down. That's too far. Who you been talking to?
Doesn't feel too good, does it?
How would you feel if I assumed you need to pay child support?
How would you feel if I assumed all you did was get drunk and watch soccer?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat chicken and watermelon?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat tacos and fajitas?
How would you... Damn, I could really go for a taco right now, actually.
Hey, I could just say-
It's actually an amazing taco truck down the street.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
You probably won't like it, though, because they don't have grape soda.
You know the difference between a Hispanic and a stoner?
Why?
Stoners have
You
papers.
know the difference between a black father and a boomerang?
What's that?
Boomerang comes back.
What's your favorite band? One Direction?
What's really long and black? The line at KFC.
Oh, funny. I like that one.
It's good, right? I like One Direction, I'm not gonna lie.
It was a good one, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad, wasn't bad.
I just got to say, phenomenal. And this is how we do racism. This is how we get along, you know, and women could never. And that's not a dig, but that's just reality. We can accept our differences, poke fun at it, and move on about our day. That's,
You know what's, and this is what I grew up on, like watching like the Eddie Murphys and stuff like that. Like,
Right?
you go hard at it. It's like, it's
Yes.
funny. It's a joke.
Yep.
You
it
know?
is.
People
Yes,
respect you
stereotypes
more
exist for a reason,
being
and that's
real.
fine.
It's
Yeah.
basically
Yes.
just Cole Hauser and I's DMs.
Speaking of, I'm kind
Pretty
of
much.
hoping the Taco Bell that's like 5 minutes away from me finally opens because I guess I could go for a burrito or something.
So You're
I'm
not
gonna
living
lie.
down the stereotypes, Ronan. Not living down the stereotypes.
Way to go.
It's Taco
Ice.
Bell. What do you want from
You
me?
missed him the first time. However,
Yes. Wanted to show one more thing. Then we're getting into the heart of the matter here. This guy is a total patriot. Just want to give attention where it's due. This guy summed it up perfectly. Let me be clear. If ICE comes to my town, I have 4 words for him. What are those 4 words?
Let me be clear. If ICE comes to my town, I have 4 words for them. How can I help?
Based.
Y'all have a good night.
Based. What a
Very
patriot.
nice.
What a
Very
patriot
nice.
right there. That's
Need more
exactly it. 4 simple words. How can I help? Be
So-
of a help to those trying to help you. Yes.
Yeah, so if I could put my 2 cents in this, what I'm finding now, because the one thing they are not doing is asking, so they're not asking like blue collar black workers, the factory workers and stuff like that, because they're the ones who are benefiting. Because when a lot of these illegals who are deported, there were jobs now opening. So there's a lot
Yes.
of people going in for these jobs, and there's a lot of blacks. That's why you don't see a lot of blacks out in this thing.
No,
'Cause
it's
typically they
mostly
would.
white liberal women.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
90%
Yes.
of it, and they're effeminate men simps.
I mean, also, how are you going to get a bunch of black people out simping over white people doing dumb BS
Exactly.
in the cold?
Exactly.
Not
It's
going to
very
happen.
true. In the cold too. Yes, that's a
Yeah.
big part of it. But
Because we don't like the cold, I'll tell you.
yeah.
Kind of crazy.
That's what always made me
Real straightforward with
shake
it.
my head about Minnesota. Why did they put Somalians in Minnesota? I don't understand.
Of all
the
places,
play
yeah.
there.
It was a joke.
I know.
It just
Can I
didn't
can I
land.
say, when was the last time you saw a black person ski?
Never. I can't say I ever have. I
Did they
can't
rob
say.
somebody first?
Yeah,
You know,
no, I'm
Yeah,
talking about-
exactly. Yeah.
They actually, I recently did see this on Twitter. There was some videos going around of like, wow, look at all these black people at these ski resort. None of them were skiing. They were basically just having a rave, but literally not one of them was skiing.
Yes, I saw that
yeah.
video. I saw that video, and I actually put the comment: nobody's skiing.
Not
Yes.
even snowboarding.
Well, it's just like they make, the stereotype of cruises and a lot of resorts and stuff. It's they've gone downhill over the years, shall we say? But
Yeah.
I just want to share this too. We all know, we all love, we give attention when we can. Sheriff Grady Judd down there in Florida. Love this guy.
this
What a
guy.
patriot.
Oh, yeah, this
What a
guy.
patriot. This guy's phenomenal. He
You
put
know
out a
when you see
statement,
him.
minute-long statement regarding the BS going on. And he makes a very clear statement as to how they're going to treat ICE down in Florida and how you better not mess with cops down there. He's going to support law enforcement and their constitutional obligations. Love to see it.
Resist ICE agents and get away from them in our community. We sent a helicopter, a drone, K9, and 50 law enforcement officers to surround an area, and we found that guy who violently resisted ICE, and we locked him up in jail where he should have been. If you allow anarchists and criminals to run wild in your community, people will die. People will be shot. Now, let me say this. For other law enforcement leaders across this state and nation, you need to be standing up saying the same exact thing that I am. Because when you have a breakdown of the rule of law, when you allow anarchists, criminals to take over the streets and attack law enforcement officers and then not send them help, that's a slippery slope.
So true. So true. Because we're seeing that in Minnesota, the local PD are being held back and they're impeding, federal operations. And it's just causing a more dangerous environment. Cornboy, you were sending me stuff to, looks like they were helping the people, protesting ICE, rioting against ICE, and handing out food. They were wearing the yellow vests and stuff.
Handing
and,
out donuts and coffee.
That's the
Yes.
National Guard that Tim Walz activated. It's the National
Yes.
Guard themselves that
Police are turning around on the streets
It's-
whenever they see protesters.
That's fostering a dangerous environment.
I know we're going to jump into the actual topic very soon enough. I may be jumping the gun mentioning this too, but there's even video of 2 ICE agents who are defending the Home 2 Suite hotel that was being attacked by Antifa, and one of them was calling for backup constantly, and it never came. It was just those 2 ICE agents guarding the hotel.
He's yelling at the press. Why aren't you reporting that the police won't come? Where is your local PD? All that.
You even see on video too that one of the Antifa thugs actually tossed a brick at one of the agents. That's why afterwards you see that he's bleeding.
Yeah, and he's
Absolutely lawless
and
behavior.
he's being protected by a wall of cooperative press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely shameful behavior, and it's fostering a dangerous environment. Just wanted to show this. Go ahead, Cole Hauser.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I just think, and I know we're going to be getting into stuff, but I think with Tom
Definitely.
Homan coming in, I really think shit's going to, sorry for my language, is going to go
Nope.
down. Like, it's going to go down hard.
We're going to be definitely getting into that because Tom Homan has been activated to Minnesota, and it's unfortunate Greg Bavino been recalled from there, but we're going to get into that more in the second half. I just wanted to remind everybody, we are also live on Kick. We're at 54 followers over there. I do want to just remind people of that because we have a lot of new faces here on the YouTube side. It is pinned at the top of the chat. Just wanted to remind, we are dual streaming over there, so definitely check that out. Lex, we're going to have to pick your brain on this quite a bit. I just sent this to you. This is regarding the horrifying. Now, I warn everybody, this is the most unfortunate topic of the evening. This is going to rile us up, and we're going to have to be careful with the way we say things because, especially as men, it gets that protective instinct going. And the invasion of the church that Don Lemon was present at. I'm just going to read this real quick. Horrifying new details. This is from Tyler O'Neill on X. The invasion of City's church was even worse than we thought. So this is the church that Don Lemon went into with all the rioters and terrorized people. Agitators that were there blocked the stairs so parents were unable to get to their children at Sunday school. One of the agitators told a kid, "Do you know your parents are Nazis? They're going to burn in hell." That's one of many of the statements here. So we can read through the rest. It's a thread. Right off the bat, Lex. We talked about this earlier. First thoughts.
Let me just say, I am not a parent. I'm a school teacher. I have many children entrusted to my care, but I do not have children of my own. That said, the mere concept of obstructing a parent's access to their child is entirely unacceptable, and a parent is justified in using basically any level of force necessary to gain access to their child at any point in time, because their child
100%.
is their responsibility, their family, their God-given family, and the mere concept of somebody who has their panties in a twist about some BS that doesn't actually even matter to them, really, separating a parent from their child,
yes,
merits only the firmest, most direct, and most definitive response of removing said person, removing said obstruction, and I leave it to the imagination how that is chosen to be done.
Yes, and I had posted earlier, Christians, we're Christians. We're not pacifists, and we do believe in self-defense, and we believe in, family obligations. This is insane. William Kelly, the woke farmer, shouted, "This ain't God's house, this is the house of the devil." So this is the stuff they're going in there shouting, mind you, amongst families and children, and the elderly, and all sorts of people that they claim to represent. I want to show this, and then we're going to get everybody's comments. This pastor here, Reverend Patrick L. Wooden, first time I've heard of this guy, but this came across my feed, and he summed this up perfectly. He says here, "Don Lemon, don't come here. You roll up in this church doing stuff like that, and it's going to be a Royal Rumble." I just wanted to show what this pastor had to say. Perfect response.
When a day, y'all see when them people invaded that church the other day? Now, I just want to say to protesters and all of them, don't do that here. Amen. Don Lemon, don't come here.
You can send it
Don't
on
go
X
over to
Ninja
this
if you
church
want.
doing stuff like that, and it's going to be the Royal Rumble. And the funny thing is, I'm not joking. We have worked hard. We built the church in the name of the Lord. We dedicated it to the Lord. It's built for worship. Our blood, sweat, tears, and finances are in this place. And some people who have never darkened the door of a church and never contributed one dime to it, gonna roll up in here and disturb our service and scare our children and shout obscenities in
Not
the
gonna
church.
happen.
That will not stand in this church. That will
Amen,
not
brother.
stand. That's
Good.
not going.
And we're just going to leave it there because he summed that up very well. But yeah, church is not the place to be doing that. Express your political disgruntled BS out on the sidewalk, go right ahead, but don't be invading people's churches and threatening their families.
Again, this is why we have police at my church. I wish we didn't have to, but we do.
A lot more churches nowadays are going to, regrettably, but that's just the way of the world now, going to need to be more armed. Either police, private security, or, God forbid, the congregation trained, armed as well. But that's just going to have to be what it is because these people are vile, they're wretched, they're evil. They obviously hate Christians. They know that this is the last. And again, mind you, because a lot of them are left-leaning communist types, they know because of the training that they receive when it comes to Marxism and everything like that. They know Christianity is the last bastion before they can fully conquer the rest of the nation. Now, we know that the country is slowly dwindling when it comes to belief. Charlie Kirk having passed away, God rest his soul. Well, not passed away, I'm sorry. Having been assassinated. That is helping with the revival. But they see that they need to push even further against Christians now. So us Christians really need to start taking up the sword again.
Christianity has always been the lone bulwark against communism. It's its greatest adversary, and they know it.
They had to have picked a church to go to. Why? Because, granted, anecdotal, I will freely admit this. If they came to mind acting like that, there would be three options. You can leave peaceably, you can wait for the cops to arrest you, or you can be carried out. Most of the deacons at my church, granted, backwoods country church, West Virginia, most of them are carrying guns.
100%.
A lot of the congregation in the church carrying guns. When I'm there,
the way it should be.
I'm standing in the back. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. Cole Hauser, Corn Boy, you have both met me. I'm 6'5", fairly large. At church, you will find me with my back to a wall so I can see everything that's in front of me near the doors that enter that church. You enter like that, you enter in a manner that's going to upset the Holy Spirit, and you're going to be leaving quickly, possibly with missing teeth.
100%. You walk into the church, you might meet God that afternoon. You know, you never know. And just it might be the way it is. But the separating parents from the children part, that's the worst part of all this. Once that instinct kicks in, it's like you're putting your life on the line. Don't do that. 100%.
And rightly so, because you know what? Never mind. That's the part that makes me really mad about that story is the sheer concept of, oh no, I'm going to separate you from your parents and then call your parents Nazis in front of you. Oh,
well,
there are violent intents on my heart when I hear those words.
Yes.
There are phony Christians and leftists and communists willing to subvert to bring up, turn everything else. Listen to the lyrics of turn, motherfucker. There's a time to kill and a time to fight.
That's
and
in the Bible.
And you disrupt the Lord, and you will meet that time to fight.
100%.
Boy, the tolerant left, everybody. This is,
I know
what they do.
The tolerant left, so loving and peaceful, calling children terrorizing children, calling their parents Nazis, and as we see here, one woman even broke her arm. And
I mean, that's why Don Lemon was on the news calling them white supremacists, and all the people who are following them are calling them Nazis, so that in the future they and their followers will be justified in stomping them out.
So that way it's no holds barred. What's the quote? They don't call you. They call you Nazis. So
if they don't. What is it? They don't. God, how does it go?
They don't call you Nazis to kill you. They call
No. It is okay. They don't attack you because they think you're Nazis. They call you Nazis so that they can attack you.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it is. Yes,
that's 100%.
So
it's rules for radicals type of stuff.
Yeah. So I figured there had to have been some. I know, the population of Minnesota, but you figured there had to have been like some black churches in Minnesota. So why did Don Lemon not pick a black church?
It's very true.
Because he knows he does not speak for a whole group. He only speaks for the uneducated and the poor. That is it. He does not.
And at a black church, he might find out.
To cut you off, Cole Hauser. They can't play the race card if he goes to a black church and they beat his ass.
No shit.
And that's why.
It's true. I just want to say we're just going to hit these last few threads. Not that they're insignificant, but just We do have to move on. One woman broke her arm. Congregants were terrorized. Our children were weeping. College students and young women were sobbing. It was impactfully and will take time to work through. Scrolling down, an agitator continued to scream in the faces of young children while they were crying. That was reported. Nakima Armstrong, a main
Jail.
ringleader, yes, said that City's church cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good.
Yeah, they were
How
taken
how are
in and
those two
released same
connected
day.
to each other? Okay,
Gotta be- it's got-
if he's
Go ahead.
harboring an ICE agent or whatever, that's not even, that's completely like disconnected from the fact that this is a house of God. There's nothing in scripture that suggests you have to essentially break the laws that exist within Rome to, act whatever you feel that is right.
Yes.
Like literally all of Romans 13, and these people love to kind of push this kind of stuff constantly. Romans 13 describes the kind of rule of law that exists in a just society, a just and righteous
100%.
society. Now, for the longest time, I've always tried to discredit it because, well, resident ANCAP here, I don't like the government. But at the same time, I'm also understanding
subtle.
that when it comes to actual righteous, just folk, rule of law, yes, let it apply. Because
Yes.
if we're talking about righteous, God-fearing people, I can respect it 100%. We live in a very fallen world, however, where the rule of law likes to be warped, twisted, manipulated, and bent over the barrel by anybody who's going to use it so they can get the upper
Yes.
hand. So, anyways, go ahead.
And you make a great point. I just want to say, too, this is regarding Trump administration and conservatives in general. They need to go hard on this. And Cornboy, you were sending me stuff. We're going to pull it up in a bit. It's just backing down after backing down after backing down. Why is Tim Walz not in jail? Why is Don Lemon not in jail?
Well, you
Disappointment
see,
after disappointment.
there's
Well-
a catch-22 in the whole situation, right? If you go to red states and start taking away their populations of illegals, you start losing congressional votes quicker, where it's easier to take people out of the country quicker. If you go and try to take illegals out of the blue states, which there are much more of, they fight you. So,
Yes.
to keep their amount of representation.
See,
Yep.
to me,
But
I
we
don't
need numbers.
Yeah, so I don't believe this whole thing about the midterms. I think because of the way the economy is going, everything, with gas prices and food, everything trickling down, they're in a better position. The reason why the left is doing this, because they're trying to push that narrative to say these guys are racist, these guys are doing this, and this is why we have to change. Who's going to want to go back up to $6-8 egg prices again? The fact that they don't want that.
I don't want $5 gas again. That's for sure.
No.
So it's just
And all the left has is we're going to riot until you vote us back into power.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
No,
flowing through their fingertips. They can see it just fading away. They're so fucking desperate to
They
latch
are.
onto anything they can do. All this is just attention grabbing bullshit from them.
It is. It's all about headlines, and the left has nothing to offer other than at least we're not Trump. At least we're not the right. That's all they have to offer. They have no solutions.
Oh, and
That's why
Trump
they
this
lose.
and Trump that. Quit with the fucking Trump shit and fix your own fucking problems.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Exactly right.
and-
Fix your own. Get the radicals out of
can't.
your own party.
That's
exactly
what it
right.
is. They
I,
can't.
I will say, I despise Obama. I think his years of presidency, including his third term with this fucking senile dude that some guy got elected, I think they were all fucking disastrous.
Yes,
The guy
elected.
did know how to
Elected, yes.
campaign, though, and it wasn't fucking, why I'm not George Bush.
Oh, and even I
he
admit
moved
I
the
voted
left
for him the
further
first
left than
fucking
anyone
time because I
else.
was a dumbass. I didn't know better. I was fresh out of
We
college.
had just came out of the Bush years. He was different.
Yes.
And they were
Exactly.
pushing, was it John McCain at that point? Did
Yeah.
we have a fucking choice?
I mean, McCain would have
Listen.
been better, but it would have been great.
I'm actually, believe it or not, as much as I hate Barack Obama too, I'm not going to hold it against anybody who makes mistakes in the past. You live, you learn, and you are where you are now. And
Right.
that's everybody. We all learn. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I don't think any of us are. You live, you learn over time, you mature. And ABF makes a great point. We love Jeff getting political.
I'd just like to shout out, President Obama for giving that award to Tom Homan.
Tom Homan,
Yes.
yes.
I just like to point that out.
For
that-
great
great
border
achievement.
policies.
Great achievement.
Yes.
Man, it would be weird if people were now accusing that guy of being, like a Nazi or something. That would be really odd.
They need to make big billboards and signs to
no.
take and shove in the protesters' face. Here's
I think
your guy with Obama.
I think we can just say, if we're going to hold them by their own standards, Barack Obama's a Nazi. I guess we could say that, according to their own standards. I wouldn't say that, but if we're holding them to their own
we won't
standards,
say that. But I bet
I would
here in a week or
definitely
so
never
we could
say
get them
Barack
to say
Obama's
it.
a Nazi.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I would necessarily, but holding them to their own standards.
He laid the foundation for all this crazy.
100%. I wanted to just quickly.
I just
cover
want
a
to
few-
speak quickly.
Go right ahead.
Remember, we had somebody who won because of his hair.
That's very true.
Oh, right.
Jesus.
Appearance-based voting. Repeal
Certain,
the 19th.
mod
that's all I have
for
to say.
Nerdrotic voted for him based on that too.
Yes, the son of a certain Cuban leader, right? We do believe. I just want to show this disgusting stuff going on the left. Glorification of violence against law enforcement. So this is posted. Comic book artist Tim Doyle endorses murdering ICE agents. So here we see he made a illustration of Wolverine murdering police officers, and then another illustration here on the right of the Punisher executing police officers. Disgusting.
Hey,
Disgusting.
how come modern comics don't sell well? Let me think.
I don't know.
Gee, I wonder why.
I mean,
It just
I
baffles
can't
me.
imagine why.
I'm
Can't
not
imagine why.
I'm not entirely shocked though that the comic book industry still continues to churn out retarded artists that make this kind of drag. Like we already saw it before with like the Batman choking out the ICE agent. We saw with Optimus Prime, defending Antifa from ICE as well too.
Careful,
for whatever reason.
Cole Hauser.
Oh, I know he's already triggered from that image.
Transformers, yeah.
Just the whole comic book industry is being run by just absolute cretins, bottom of the barrel, like freaks. The kind of folks that like go into the comic book industry not with any express purpose of trying to give us entertainment. It's with the express purpose of just using it as nothing more than a pedestal. Like they're using everything else as a pedestal because God forbid we can't have any regular entertainment. Everything needs to have, as Drinker would put it, the message.
Hey, how about
100%.
I take your classic heroes that you've always loved and I, in fact, subverted your expectations and turned them all game and lame and fake.
Straw Hat got it too in the chat, but we're the ones that need to de-escalate.
Right,
we're
yeah,
the
of
ones that need
course.
to de-escalate. Exactly. Meanwhile, they're out there
Why can't you
drawing.
be tolerant like us.
They're drawing depictions of murdering people, and that's perfectly okay because it's in the name of social justice.
Yeah, and then if you can go back to 1980s, well, I know some of you guys weren't born, but
I was.
If you go back to 1987 to Detroit, Michigan, what movie came out depicting Detroit that still looks the
RoboCop,
same?
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just gotta say, I mean, maybe that was a documentary too. We had
Your
Escape from New
move,
York
creep.
and then L.A. What's next? Escape from Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I just want to show this too. We're gonna get into Hollywood. This is in the title. Big topic for tonight. Woke Hollywood has gone. ICE is the new boogeyman for them. That's all they're talking about. They're obsessive. When in reality, they need to shut up and entertain people. Get your politics out of your work here. You are a court jester. So we're going to knock a few out here real quick. Just go through them. Of course, Padme actress Natalie Portman wore an ICE out pin at Sundance, called ICE, quote, the worst of humanity at Sundance Film Festival. And as always, I say Anakin Skywalker did nothing wrong whatsoever.
When was the last time she was relevant?
When she was Padme.
2005. 2005. A good 20 years ago.
Black Swan. She did Black Swan.
I was going to say
I don't
Black
remember what
Swan.
year that
probably.
was.
There was also
Annihilation
Annihilation as well too.
Yeah, I
I
got
wouldn't
that.
know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
No,
I
it's,
That was
don't
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they say fans, and I would say fans in parentheses, fake fans, Disney shills, launch boycott of Star Wars Celebration 2027 over, quote, Reed Pop's alleged ICE links. So,
Oh,
Lex, you pointed out there's still people going to Star Wars Celebration in the year 2027. That's kind
I
of
don't know
crazy.
why.
It's been going for 1,800 years now.
Since 199.
Yep.
Since 199.
Since
Very true.
199.
Very true. Yeah. But no. So a group of people, a group of quote disgruntled Star Wars fans, has launched a petition to boycott the next Star Wars celebration after accusing the parent company of organizer ReedPop of assisting ICE.
Oh my gosh!
So God forbid a
5
company.
people have come together.
I
And
know.
petitions always work, everybody. They just
Every single time. Trisha Helfer. So, Star Wars Celebration 2027, there won't be one this year, as the event is held biannually, is scheduled for April 1 to the 4th, LA Convention Center, whatever. And while tickets aren't on sale yet, some are already pledging not to attend.
Please
I just
don't.
want to say, this is woke on woke crime, and this is hilarious. It's the self-devouring.
Eating their own,
You just
yeah.
love to see it. They always do. They always eat their own. And it's just, you kind of love to see it. So they're signing the protest, this individual who, I just have to say, I'm going to use my words carefully. I'm scrolling past that profile pic pretty quickly. Ryan
right.
Kinnell on Geeks and Gamers Daily pointed out this woman is an OnlyFans individual. So an internet whore for hire. So really value her political opinions greatly. Where she is saying, mind you, this internet whore is saying, attention Star Wars fans, there is no room for fascism in this fandom. Every fan deserves to feel safe and welcome to events. There is no excuse for working with an organization profiting from ICE. Do not support Star Wars Celebration until they change organizers. We're going to leave it at that, but
Can I ask how there's no
say
room
whatever,
for
Ronan.
Can I ask how there's no room for fascism in Star Wars when literally one of the bigger factions, the good guys now at this point, is
The good
a
guys. All hail the
genuine
Empire.
fascist
What
group?
exactly was
Like,
the
how does that?
connection
I don't
there
get
anyway?
it.
It didn't even say.
Yes. Well, they're saying that the company's cooperation with ICE.
How
That's
do
what
they
they're alleging.
cooperate with ICE, though? Are they turning in illegals? What's going on there?
Why is that a crime to comply with federal laws? That's not a crime.
I
That's a good thing.
think it's a think tank that's doing some.
From what I understood from Jeremy's stream, they both use one of the online databases for legal lease.
Oh,
Okay.
So what are they protesting even at this point? They're just finding something to complain
They don't
about?
They're protesting their own stupidity is what
They
they're
don't
doing.
know.
No,
They
well,
get
it's-
Pretty
handed a
much.
placard. They get handed a paycheck from someone, which is
Yes.
probably our tax monies. Thanks, Ronan, for hating the government on that behalf.
Yes.
And it's
Taxation
fucking
is theft.
irritating
Yes.
the entire fucking U.S.
But I
you
mean,
do not
like,
hate the government enough, everybody.
with this
Amen.
e-thought,
Think you do,
anyways,
but you
however, with this e-thought, however, it is kind of like what Goodwin put in the chat earlier. It's just purity spiraling. That's all that it is. They have their big
true.
IP that they absolutely love and they worship essentially like, like another deity, because God forbid that they actually go to church and
Oh,
worship
yeah,
Jehovah. But they look at this as like the big thing that they have to worship and go to the altar to. And then when they see that this IP and this brand may have vague connections to a government agency that's actually trying to help protect the borders and protect its
Yes.
people, suddenly it's the devil incarnate. It's just
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, and that's another
Goodwin
thing
got
he
it
points
too.
out
They don't need thoughts; they have emotions. So
right.
God,
Main
don't
thing
use your
that drives
brain,
them.
use your heart. Use your heart, and
Get in
you know,
touch with your feelings, everybody.
yes. Oh yes.
How
Cry
come
for days.
border control wasn't of the devil under any previous administration?
I don't know because they had
How
a D
come?
next to their name, not
Good
an R. I
question.
guess that's why.
The other part of
um,
this, they fucking constantly bitch safety. We need safety everywhere. If
Yeah.
safety is that important to your life, don't leave your room. Don't leave your fucking
Yes.
bed. There are literally
definitely
murder
don't-
weapons in the kitchen and
Or their
anywhere
basement.
else, let alone
And don't
driving,
deport violent
let alone
criminals either,
flying.
you know.
If you need safety, if it's that big of an issue, don't leave your fucking bed.
Yeah.
So
Lex?
my thing is, does anyone even care about Star Wars anymore?
They're
Not-
trying to
not
kill it
Disney
even
Star Wars.
further.
I mean,
Horse is
apart
dead,
from,
everybody.
apart
It
from the
wasn't the
AI
political
videos you
activists
sent,
that
Hauser,
killed it,
not
it
really.
was
No.
Lucasfilm.
And if
Yeah,
you guys want
I
to
this
see
think
some
maybe
Star Wars,
300 people signed the petition, maybe 4.
yes. If you want to see some good Star Wars, check out Cole Hauser's last Star Wars stream, where some of us were on that.
Yes.
Some good AI videos, not woke, not Disney. and you'll love to see it. I just wanted to say it's enough for them if someone takes a neutral stance and says nothing. Even that pisses them off.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. They're the silence is violence mob. You know, it's not enough to be
You
indifferent.
can't be
You
not
must be
racist. You have to be anti-racist. Yep.
exactly
Either with
right.
us or against us. They're
And
drawing
that
the
is
lines
the
in the sand.
communist, fascist type of behavior where it's like, you will step in line. You will not have freedom of thought. You will do what we say. It's tyranny. Yeah.
There
Give
you
them
go.
all a pop quiz. Make them say what ICE stand for. Yeah, they don't even know what ICE is. They don't even know what ICE is.
You know
Can't
what?
have
It's
police
insane.
without ice.
Yes. Cole Hauser?
No, I was just saying. I just had a laugh because when we're talking about all this, is when Waltz last week said, you know, the federal government's going to pay for the National Guard.
Yes. It's insane. And Hollywood just can't stop obsessing over this stuff because, as always, Sundance Film Festival was the home of a lot of this nonsense. So, of course, right here, Edward Norton, the cream of the crop of this stuff.
Not
He
Bruce
is,
Banner.
yeah, absolutely insufferable. The Sundance Film Festival was envisioned as a place to champion new voices in cinema, and celebrate non-studio films. This year, it's just become another platform for established Hollywood celebrities, many of whom haven't drawn broad public attention in years, to rail against ICE and the Trump administration. That's a great point. A lot of these washed up, you haven't seen them around for years, and they come out of the woodwork to talk about ICE. Oh, ICE this, ICE that, Trump bad, you know, Orange Man bad. And so this is a quote from, again, Natalie Portman. What's going on in this country now is absolutely horrific. What the federal government, Trump's government, Kristi Noem, ICE, what they're doing is really the worst of humanity. Of course, Natalie Portman. Yeah, not shocking. What do you guys think? These celebrities maybe need to try, you know, maybe acting, maybe getting their career back in order instead of complaining about lawful activities.
Yikes.
I have a
What
simple-
the
Not
hell
even
is
one.
even that?
Yes, I know.
What happened to Olivia Wilde? No.
Olivia Wilde. So
you guys
the Holly-
remember how she looked in Tron Legacy? Man, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
world of difference.
Wait, no, Ronan.
Yes.
That's the chick.
Olivia Wilde. This is the
Yeah.
chick that plays Cora in Tron Legacy.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
You're getting
Look,
my live
these
reaction
women
here. I am really.
ruin themselves
Thus,
with
Was
back to my,
housed.
They
Go ahead,
do.
Lance.
They
Just
ruin
better on
themselves.
House.
They ruin
wall
themselves
hit
with
her,
all
India.
these plastic surgery and all these other like things. They would look better
That was
if
good. That was good.
nothing happened.
so
Well
back
said.
to my
Good one.
back to
Yes.
my previous statement. What the hell is even that?
I know.
Daddy, chill.
Someone clip that. The Hollywood elite's perception of ICE was a frequent talking point at the film festival, and we're just going to leave it there because the film festival, and they have nothing better to talk about than ICE and Trump this and the federal government that. It's like, entertain us and shut the hell up. We're sick of your crap. I'm
And
sorry.
mind-
It's just the
mind
way
you,
it is.
these are
I'm
millionaires too that are either saying they could either say this in their $1 million house with high security and walls, or
Yes.
they're saying it in this most likely heavily guarded and well protected Sundance Film Festival. So,
Mhm.
100%.
I mean,
Just want
they're
Yeah,
able to
these
have all the
people
protection
are
they want.
five
But,
dimensions away from actual reality on this issue.
oh yeah,
And they're
100%.
professional actors. They know how to lie and make things
Yes.
sound so tragic and terrible. And oh my
100%.
God,
No, it-
The
we're all
crocodile
doomed.
tears. Yes.
we
yeah,
can
it's
go
so
with
bad.
the nerdrotic description of adult pretenders because that's really fucking
Professional
demeaning.
fakers.
Yes.
I know I said this in a few streams before, but I kind of like the way that Kurt Russell just described this. Like, we're basically clowns. That's all that we are as entertainers.
Pretty much.
And that's pretty much what they are to me. They're just fucking clowns. Okay.
Yeah. Their court.
See,
Remember-
that's the issue, though. The people with common sense think that way in Hollywood, and they don't vote left. That's the ones you know who are on the right, apparently.
Generally,
Don't
the
talk
ones who
either.
don't talk.
The ones who run their mouth, you know who those are.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And remember, these are the same people during COVID told you to stay home while they're in their 10,000 square foot house, you know, with
Yes.
tennis
Yeah.
courts and swimming pool.
Right.
And can, you know,
Nancy Pelosi showing off her freezer full of this expensive gourmet ice cream, and she's like, "Don't go to the store, guys!" And she's getting her hair done at the salon, and you love to see it. Another elitist. We're just going to cover this again. Don Lemon. Again, a judge has rejected the DOJ's request to arrest Don Lemon. So judges, of course, impeding justice again.
It's got to be
And-
federal charges. The local ones will not fucking touch him. They're fucking in a pocket.
I know. Just want to say, just to address ABF, I didn't know Kurt Russell was in Pitch Black, because that's what we're watching Thursday, I believe. Judge reject. Yeah, so, of course, Don, we know he wants to go to the men's prison. We do know that. But I'm just speechless for this. It's like, this is so blatantly obvious. And the judges impeding justice again. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. So, Don Lemon, yeah, of course, we saw this clip last week, Don Lemon lecturing the pastor, and then he, of course, goes on. That's where he calls them white supremacists after. All that stuff. Terrible stuff. Anthony Shaddix 100% summed it up. Very sick of this guy. Don Lemon is completely irrelevant. And because he got fired from CNN, he needs to get his name out there. So
I mean, look how desperate he is at this point. Like, he's doing he never did this type of stuff 10 years ago. No, he's doing this now because this is all he's got left. This is just him scrambling for crumbs of relevance.
100%.
Am I
So
wrong?
looking at
Is this the DOJ's second avenue that they were exploring? Are they?
No, their second avenue is going to a grand jury.
Okay.
so realistically
This
looking
said
at
a
this,
three-panel judge. I assume they already did the first avenue with that first judge, and this was the second.
realistically looking at this, arresting Don Lemon and having him actually go through the trial and putting him in jail, other than of course getting the nice little visit from Tyrone in the showers, does it really help a whole lot in the grand scheme of things? I'm trying to think about it. I think if anything, what it does help with is actually sending a message, because going after the organizers of the protest itself, that's the key thing, because you put them in jail. That's the most important aspect. But Don Lemon being the figurehead in all of this and being a journalist covering it sends a powerful message, if anything, that like it doesn't matter whether you're famous. It doesn't matter if you're a journalist. If you're trying to actively impede or disrupt people's lives, you're going to get the book thrown at you. This is a statement that I didn't like it before, but it's starting to grow on me now, considering the state of things. For my friends and allies, everything. For my enemies, the law. And I wish that
100%.
wasn't the case, but considering that we're living in a society with people that would sooner see us dead, yeah, I'd rather see my enemies have the law thrown at them.
You know what, Ronan, you make a great point. Say what you're going to say, Jeff.
Oh, I was going to say they love their labels. We can throw them right back at you too. We can give you labels
Very
if
true.
you want.
There you go.
Ex-con
It goes both ways.
for president. Hey, you can be an ex-con too then.
Yes. I wanted to show this. Let me pull this up. I posted this last night. This was in response. You just made me think of it, Ronan. Let's show this. So the debate of the whole Second Amendment aspect of everything, they're saying, well, you're complaining that people are carrying guns at protests. Well, no, we're not. We're complaining that people are getting violent with police and assaulting officers, obstructing justice. That's what we're upset about. So I responded to this lady saying, the Second Amendment is for everyone, even for people whose politics you don't like. I would fully agree. The Second Amendment is for all Americans. It absolutely is. All gun laws are infringements. But I made the point, and Ronan, you kind of touched on this, where you don't necessarily have to be jockeying for people that want you dead, and
Right.
people that want your family dead, and people that want your oppressors. And I made the point here, communists don't have rights. They aren't even people. The Second Amendment
By
is
law.
for all Americans.
That's
yes. So these two things are both true and do not in any way contradict one another. And I quoted the famous John Adams quote, "Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people." That's from John Adams. So it doesn't. We don't need to jockey for saying, well, let's give the commies all the rights we have because we're so virtuous and we're so this or that.
Isaac, I just sent you an image on Discord. The meme perfectly. I don't know if you're able to show it, but the meme perfectly encapsulates kind of the current discussion that's happening on Twitter when it comes to this, especially regrettably on the libertarian side of it all. Like, because I see a hard line being cut down right down the middle when it comes to it. And you got libertarians like myself. Well, I don't even know if I could call myself libertarian anymore at this point, but you got freedom thinking folks like myself and others that would think similarly to me, who understand maybe arming our enemies might not be the smartest idea. And then you got the other libertarians who are basically like the dude on the ground.
And I always go on the record, all gun laws are infringements.
Yes.
Communists aren't people. Commies aren't people. So that's not a contradiction there.
Not mutually exclusive.
100%. So what were you saying here? You sent me this, Rona. You want to sum this
Right.
up?
The image basically sums up your average libertarian, or shall we say libertarian idiot.
Yes.
Who's just like, I want my gay black trans neighbor to guard their legal tax-free pot farm with automatic weapons and recreational nukes, and I'll die defending their rights. And then,
the responses.
Jerome here. Mother dude did a pull more, but good bitter, be that time motherfucking big snoot, cuff, been dub hole motherfucker. That's
yeah.
I don't know.
Perfect. Perfect enunciation too.
Eloquent.
You know,
perfect.
I didn't know Ronan spoke multiple languages.
I know.
I was going to ask Ronan, how do you know his name's Tyrone?
No, I think it was I think it's Ty Chantel, actually. That's what
Didn't we go over this earlier with the puppets that Cole Hauser sent in that video?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I just refer you back, Isaac, to the those first acts of Congress I sent you earlier this morning.
I will pull that up. I just wanted to address this from Goodwin. Stop pretending that your opponents are operating in good faith and will be constrained by the law when they attain power.
Oh,
Do we not remember Trump getting mugshotted? Trump was arrested.
Yeah.
And they were going to throw him in jail for nothing.
They were thrown.
Aren't there all kinds of laws that they're using now that they didn't use the last 4 years
You
in
have to remember this
controlling
too.
the borders
They
and
arrested
arresting people?
They arrested several of Trump's lawyers before they actually went after the big man himself. So remember that. Keep that in mind.
Well, put bluntly in front of your face the fact that there are many right now on the Democrat and the leftist side who are calling for, hey, the next time we are in power, we need to pack the courts. We need to change all these rules. They do all these things. That is not like that's not just me being a propagandist.
Yes.
That they are outright out loud calling for that right now. They're saying we need to pack the courts the next time we're in power so we can change everything. This is no longer a game. This is no longer just a meme. It's the fact is they want to
subvert political power and take away
it's
our
that
rights.
extreme now. It's that
they want to strip us of our rights. And Lex, is this what you were referring to?
Yes, this one.
You want to explain for the people?
We're talking. People were saying and complaining like, if you showed George Washington what was going on with ICE in Minnesota these days, he'd be offended. And then this person adequately put George Washington signed this into law. And what did he sign into law? He signed into the fact that any alien being a free white person who has resided within the limits under the jurisdiction of the United States, so on and so forth. But it's just like they're talking about George Washington
like he was an SJW or something.
Like he would be sitting there at the shoreline welcoming in immigrants from other countries, legal or illegal otherwise. And his answer is, no, he wouldn't. George Washington would have looked at a lot of these modern policies like you were speaking gibberish to him and would probably
what should have been highlighted there was the sentence after what was highlighted.
Well, I mean,
bear in mind, George Washington, literally U.S. president, led an army to quell a revolt. Literal, the only time a sitting president has ever led an army. It was George Washington against a revolt.
Mind
so the last sentence,
man, George Washington
within the limits and under the jurisdiction of the United States.
Yes,
that's the important part of that.
Right.
And ABF's totally correct too. They are illegal aliens. That's 100% correct. They're not immigrants. They're not immigrants. They're actually, you know what they are?
Immigrants, or
they're invaders.
They're invaders.
Like
yes, Scoreboy. And you know what? These people have been posting, the libertarians and the fake conservatives and rhinos and all that. They've been posting, oh, George would have been right there at the shoreline with a bag of rice in one hand and a bushel of bananas in the other, and been welcoming him right in. You know, he would have had a puckle gun and right at the shoreline.
Immigration
bushel
implies
of
We've been
rounds and
handing
a
out bananas and rice to everyone.
Grape shot.
If not
Well,
that,
Hauser, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, like it's just like when you had that. I don't know if you guys saw with the black guy in the hoodie when he was talking about how he has his 19 on him, he has his AR-15, and he's talking about, I am, I can have these, but I am not going around into federal areas and causing trouble.
Yeah,
And
where
the thing is,
operations
too,
are happening.
it's fine to conceal carry at political events and do stuff. Don't obstruct police work. Don't get in fights with the cops.
Right.
And especially if even if you're doing nothing wrong, this is common sense. If you're doing nothing wrong and it's a case of mistaken identity, just put your hands up. Just
Hey,
put your hands up.
concealed carry, friends.
Don't be reaching at your waist.
How many clips do you carry on your person at any given time? I'm just curious. I'm for no reason. I'm
Don't
just
carry a
asking.
big 320
because we
either.
don't get, yeah.
Because you know how
No,
reliable those
I would say
are.
no. I would say too, Lex. A lot of us we do carry 2 or 3 magazines on a daily basis. That's not even unfamiliar behavior, but we don't go and get in fights with cops when we're doing that. That's the big deal here. Yeah.
One,
I don't know.
So one for me, after what happened in Minneapolis this weekend, I'm actually heavily considering selling my P320, and I spent like $1,100 on that one.
You still
but
have it?
I
Oof.
still have
Yeah.
it. I've never dealt with any issues
That
with
should be
it, but after what's
recalled.
going on here, if this is the gun that potentially starts the second civil war, I'd rather not keep that thing. That's bad juju. That's number one. But number two, like again, coming from the dude that hates the government so much. You got 2 options when you're encountering police and you happen to be strapped. You either just handle things the old-fashioned way, comply, deal with it in the courts afterwards, or if you really want to try and play hardball, well, get ready to warm up the body bag that comes for you then.
Hey,
That's
is
all I
the
should say.
mainstream media reporting at all about that particular handgun and its tendency to
I highly doubt it.
unintentionally discharge?
I can guarantee,
no,
I
it's
guarantee
not.
Fox isn't because they pay Fox for advertising.
Smith and Wesson's even better ABF. I just gotta say, but yeah, it's just don't be picking fights and cops. Cole Hauser, you've talked about it. Anyone gets pulled over, 10 and 2 on the wheel, respectful, yes sir, no officer. It's pretty common sense stuff that a lot of us get taught. When you're like a young man or a teenager or a kid.
Yeah, well, we actually had this debate the other day at my gym because I was, we were talking about everything that's going on, and I like what some of these guys don't understand is when I tell them that I'm a statistic, it's because of other blacks and the high crime rate that they do. So when something happens, they see me, they're gonna. Whether they're going to be on edge or not, I'm just not going to be stupid about it because I'd rather deal with it within the 5 minutes rather than causing a problem, either getting capped or staying overnight.
I think that Chris Rock
yeah.
skit needs to be played at every high school
Yeah.
before graduation.
It is technically racial profiling, Cole Hauser, but that's because there's precedent behind it. There's
Yeah, I
precedent
get it.
and there's legitimate reasoning behind it. Again, obviously, I'm sure it's not something you 100% appreciate, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm going to deal with this cop. I'll be courteous about it. I would imagine most of these cops don't do these kinds of stops with the intent of trying to make somebody's life terrible. I think they're just doing it because they're doing their job and they just want to get it taken care of. And, they send you home and they can go home and that's it.
100%.
Exactly like what
At the end of
ABF as well says it. Like if you have
Exactly
the issue,
right.
settle it in court,
Yeah.
not right there on the street.
So at the end of the day, I always tell this to police and every time, I understand you have a job to do. That's
Yes.
it.
And
Right.
you understand that they want to go home to their family at the end of
Yeah.
the night too.
Yeah.
And
that's
a
it.
lot of people on the left are calling us bootlickers. They're saying, "Oh, you trust the government blindly." Da da da. Well, first of all, I big time am a big trusting that removing criminals, illegal alien criminals from our country is the right action to take. I trust that.
I voted for
trust
them
that
damn boots. They better wear them damn boots.
I voted for that. Exactly right. To get these people out of our country. And just like ABF said, settle the if you are wronged by a police officer, there are bad ones out there. There are. No one's
Right.
perfect. Police are people. Settle it in court, document it, get a good lawyer and sue their ass off. But don't be
Yes.
picking fights in the streets because, at the end of the day, you should want to live. I wanted to cover this too. The Signal chat, which is the Signal Gate, as they're calling it. We're just going to cover this quickly. Looks like the government of Minnesota officials are largely involved in a lot of this rioting and a lot of the coordination for the chaos here.
Right.
So Signal,
Yo.
yes, Signalgate continues to erupt out of Minneapolis as the organizational structure or command and control nodes of left-wing activists operating within encrypted messaging apps were infiltrated and exposed on Sunday, revealing that on-the-ground pressure campaigns against federal agents were highly coordinated. Shocker, according to some experts, exhibit characteristics of a low-level insurgency. So Cam Higbee has been reporting on this, and Benny Johnson showed. Kash Patel confirms full investigations are active into left-wing terror signal chats in Minnesota, but leading down to here, this is the big one. Check this out. Former Tim Walz campaign advisor Amanda Kohler, as well as Minneapolis City Council member Oren Chowdhury, have allegedly been identified as key figures in the now leaked Signal group chat. Very interesting.
Hold on.
Very
Are
interesting.
you suggesting that in Minnesota there have been protests on a large level because of some level of coordination, even though in literally several other states there have been larger scale arrests and ICE activity, but in Minnesota it might be on purpose that these riots and protests are happening?
It just
Are you
might
suggesting
be.
that?
Right after Nick Shirley's expose and his work on all the corruption in Minnesota. Very interesting. So yeah, just Revelation is fueling major calls for investigation into this lady and other city officials allegedly involved. But pretty crazy stuff.
So, do you think that's why Waltz called Trump today? Because this is their narrative is spiraling under control.
I think he doesn't want to go to jail, is what I think, because the evidence is stacked against him, and he's covering his own ass at this point, in my opinion. So he still should go to jail.
From what I've seen, he might have to give up his lieutenant governor.
Very true. Yeah, she was involved too.
But is that really something that's worth trying to pull some federal agents out of the situation? Because I mean that was one of the things that I believe Trump said, is that after the discussion they're probably pulling some federal agents from Minneapolis. It's like
it looks like there's going to be cooperation on both sides.
That's only if the
state
police cooperate.
Yes, but they're sending in Tom Homan instead. It's like, we're going to take out this local agent and we're going to send in the border czar. Now, granted, the border czar, again, is the guy who was Obama's guy too, awarded by Obama. But you don't want to leave that out. Homan seems much more, in my opinion, I think Homan comes across as the negotiator, the compromise figure. He's strong, make no mistake. He's been he's been in it for years for a reason. But he's also been doing this job for a very long time. I think they may actually want to just cool it down for a bit because, you know what? Frankly, it doesn't look like Walz loved when this started because it drove attention off of the fact that he was corrupt as hell. But I don't think he likes the attention remaining when people are dying under his watch. I think he wants that to go away. Well, so I think that is what is compelling him to come to this compromise, if you were to ask me.
Yeah, I look at it like this, because basically you got Bovino, who was the colonel, and now Holman is the general coming in, and he's basically saying, I'm going to deal with this. You continue doing what you're doing in these other areas, because they're still all over the place. Well, they're pretty much, because they're still in New York and LA.
Every blue city has.
Every blue city. So, because basically, I would say that this is, I would say Minnesota is what's the word I'm looking for? The red. It's basically the red line.
Yeah, it's ground zero for this.
Ground zero.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
so that's what I think.
100%.
I don't know why, but it is.
Well, I mean, it's ground zero primarily because you have all of this massive corruption occurring with Somalis. Ever since it broke out because of Nick Shirley, that's the reason why all of this became ground zero. And speaking of real quick, because of the continuous corruption that we're seeing, that probably explains why a lot of these activists, shall we say, well, let's call them what they really are, terrorists, were able to actually mobilize and set up the Minneapolis autonomous zone that they have there now.
Yes.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Vatwell?
Then, as I was also going to say, local authorities fucking in on it. But I mean, we already know that. I'm still waiting for the first high-profile arrest of the Trump fucking 2026.
Well, that's
run.
the thing. And
but
right,
the other part to finish up my point here, like Memphis has come out against this. Chicago, the Republican bastion of Chicago, including her
I heard it was
chief
MAGA
police.
country, right?
Yeah, apparently it's MAGA country. The Republican bastion of Chicago, including their chief of police, has said, hey, comply with ICE. But the other thing, and I'll wrap it up with this Memphis thing, they're very liberal too in Memphis, and they constantly talk about it. But he couldn't argue the stats, like grapes, the nice fruit, that is down like 40% since ICE has been there. Deletions, the accidental deletions and purposeful deletions is down like 30% since ICE has been there. There's been
It's very
results.
ironic
They
how that
can't
works.
argue with that. Yes,
You mean
and
it's
it's nice the YouTube censorship. I can't actually say what the crimes are.
Oh,
Yes.
And if I can,
We just got to say one second, not to interrupt. We're going to give Cornboy a quick out here because
Oh, I
in
appreciate it,
15
guys.
minutes, in 15 minutes, he's going to be on Off the Hip over on ABF's channel, guest of the night. So, guys, better make sure you're subscribed to Cornboy. Link is below in the description and probably in the chat as well. So, Cornboy, yeah, you're going to be over on ABF's channel on Off the Hip, aren't you, in a few minutes?
Go ahead and raid that, and let's keep the party going. And I'll see y'all over there. See y'all next week on this channel.
I'll see you, Cornboy.
Good to see you, man.
All right.
Thanks again.
Have a good one,
All right, we'll
Cornboy.
see you over there. See ya. So yeah, we'll be raiding in 15 minutes over into Off the Hip with ABF, and you'll be seeing Cornboy there as well. So yes, subscribe to Cornboy.
So I just wanted to point out quickly. And then you think about what happened today. Why did that GOP candidate pull out?
Which one are you referring to exactly?
In Minnesota for governor.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
So,
I'm not familiar with that person.
Oh, so yeah, that was big today. He pulled out because he said he can't after the shooting, he can't support it. But from what I'm hearing is he has some ties as well in that
Really
whole
shocker
stuff that's been going on. So
shocker.
Okay.
So the corruption goes deep, and that's why. Not a big fan of either party. Obviously, the Democrats are really, really bad, but there's a lot of corruption on the Republican side as well. Two-party politics, you gotta love it. But wanted to show just a couple more quick things, and we're gonna work on some outros here. But Matt Walsh summed this up really well. Matt,
This
man,
fucking guy.
yeah, dude, does not have good takes on pop culture.
Yeah.
His political takes are fairly solid on some things. I'll give him that. But Matt Walsh did sum it up well. The ICE situation is really complex. My take is more nuanced.
Blah.
I want this is sarcasm, by the way.
Yeah.
I want our immigration laws to be enforced, but I just want them to do it without using any force. And without anyone ever getting hurt, and without anything sad or upsetting happening, ever. And if the people we're trying to deport don't want to be deported, or if liberal activists don't want us to deport them, then obviously in that case we shouldn't do it. But I'm totally a conservative on the issue. Unless people get really mad at me, then never mind. Please don't yell. I'm sorry. Yeah, you summed it up perfect.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That is
I
it.
don't like
he's
him,
such
but yeah.
an ass, but he's right.
He is right on
Yep.
this. Yes, he is. He nailed it. So I just got to say that sums up a lot of the weak-willed part on the right, because been a lot of wishy-washy. And yes, commies versus spineless do-nothings. What do they call it? The conservatives are the beautiful losers, essentially. I have conservative principles, but in politics, a lot of these conservative
Great
politicians
video going
are
around of Obama, like defending all the deportations that he did. These days, like, you haven't seen it. Maybe you should look it up. But there's this great video of him going around where it's like, yeah, this is the law. If you don't like it, and I don't, fine, vote against it. But my job as president is to enforce it. And then it's in the context of all the deportations. I love that video is going around these days. I think more people should see it.
Maybe we'll have to pull that up next week. It's pretty good. That's pretty much it for topics for tonight. We got 10 more minutes out from Off the Hip with ABF. I just decided, give it a few more minutes. We're at the end of the stream. pulled up a few memes Lex sent me, so we're gonna go over those real quick.
I'm
so guys,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ended on a high note.
Guys, if we get nuked off of YouTube, you better be following on Kick because you
It
might
was
need
my
it.
fault. I did it.
First, I'm going through Lex's DMs right now, not to reveal anything.
Well,
that's a bit much.
Alrighty, so number one, my boyfriend just got deported, and my dad told me with an effing Trump AI. Okay, let's check it out. Check that volume.
Hey, honey, so that boyfriend of yours, he's gone. And when I say gone, I mean fucking deported. I made one phone call to ICE, beautiful people, best agents, and 30 minutes later they had him in the van crying like a little baby. Turns out that so-called student visa of his expired in 2019 and he never left. How sad. But please understand I did it for you, princess. That kid was a walking red flag factory. He couldn't even speak a lick of English. Come on now. Next thing you know, he's got you eating tacos for breakfast and naming your kids Ricardo and Jose.
All right, we're gonna leave it there. But, no,
okay,
good stuff.
I'll have you know.
Hand motions.
I'll
Trump is
have
a
you
hand
know,
guy.
AI Trump. I'll have you know, breakfast tacos, especially the Taco Bell breakfast tacos, are pretty good. Okay,
But AM
let's try and
Hey,
still
hey,
out
hey.
there.
Wow,
No,
shocker.
no,
Wow,
before
wow,
you
the
go off on
okay,
that,
Ronan would
Ronan.
say shocker. Wow.
Hello,
but
ICE.
before you go on that,
Nice.
there was a certain Jill Biden speech that really summed you remember in San Antonio. Didn't she call you and the lovely people of San Antonio breakfast tacos?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Next
But it's
gonna
okay
be
when they do
breakfast
it.
Pizza.
Yeah. Then we have this. So, jump scare warning.
still
Jump scare
going down
warning.
my
Blame
DMs.
Lex if you get scarred for life. We got this and then one more after it. So, they're out there rioting in Minnesota. There's low temperatures, sub-zero temps actually. Really, really cold. And breaking news, many liberal women suffer frostbite
He's still going down my DMs.
on their extra skin
Oh,
portion.
jeez.
Yeah, so as we know, many of these so-called liberal women, not necessarily women, all of them. So, not
Isaac?
necessarily every single time. What?
May,
That's just
may I
Lex's fault. Don't blame
recommend
me.
the no. May I recommend the Austin Powers clip?
She's a man,
It's
baby.
a
She's a man, baby. Yes. One more.
She's a man.
One more meme. One more meme. So this is from Lex. We're gonna end it off on a high note. Yeah, we're gonna end it off on a high note. Check that volume. All right, let's rock.
Come in
My
peace.
DMs are the best.
We come in peace. We come in peace. They came in peace.
Muslims
Now
in
you
Europe.
go.
Don't run. We are your friends.
Well,
Sums it up perfectly. Sums it up perfectly. Yes.
Well, and that
Thank you,
sums up
Lex.
my DMs with
It
ICE.
does actually. Yes. Yeah. With the I left out some of the slurs and some of the other
I
stuff.
would
but,
never use those.
I was talking about me actually, but yeah.
I
But no,
for
pretty
one
good
welcome
stuff.
our laser firing Muslim alien overlords. Assalamu
100%.
alaikum.
100%. Yes. Speaking of the false prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It's just you gotta
Indeed.
love it. But
Oh
yes.
boy.
All right. On that note, guys, thank you again for being here. We're reaching that time. We're gonna rock and roll with some outros. I'm gonna check in with the chat again. We got Goodwin. We had a great turnout tonight. We had over 40 viewers live. Guys, thank you so much for showing up. We have Jake Martin in the chat. We got Just JK. Steve Walsh. Good to see you, Steve. We got Tony in the chat. We got Straw Hat. We got everybody. So we're gonna check in again at the end. But Cole Hauser, we have your channel linked below. Tell people where they can find you. Other than here, you have a channel of your own. You're really close to 400 subs, dude. So tell people what you're going to be up to and where they can find you.
So you can find me on X. You can find me on YouTube. This week I will be, as usual, doing some gaming streams. Hopefully I'll be doing some streams with Isaac with some Modern Warfare.
100%.
And doing some OG Battlefront. And then I got my toy stream on Saturdays with Anjanette around like 4 o'clock. So that's
Those are
about
great
it. And,
streams.
yeah, and then I talked to Ryan yesterday, So we're gonna get our we're gonna be doing our 24th stream. So we're gonna be focusing because there's so many seasons. We're just gonna be focusing on 24. So once I get all that set up, I'll let everybody know.
Very nice.
Very cool. Look forward to seeing that. That's actually a show I've been wanting to watch for a while. So
Oh,
that
I
might
love
actually
24.
motivate me into maybe I can watch along as you guys are covering it.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome. Looking forward to it. And Vatla, again, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you being here. Tell people where they can find you. Other than here, I know you have a couple streams you're on. You want to tell people where they can find you?
All right. The easiest way to find me is at the @ right there. I got pretty close to the first try there. On X, also on the GCA Discord and Vagabonds. I swear it's not hentai, but it's named something slightly off from that Discord. Usually you will find me here on most Mondays, and on most Sundays you will find me on the I Swear It's Not Hentai Anime podcast, where we go completely rail free. There are no rails for that podcast. We go wherever the fuck we please. We usually don't even have a map for that podcast either. But no,
So
if you want to
it.
wrap up your weekend with some fun, we'll be on that podcast, and we'd like to see you there as well as back here every Monday.
Appreciate you being here, man. And Lex, what's your always response to the name of the podcast?
I
You
mean,
always say-
I'm just saying, if you have to tell people it's not hentai. I mean, honestly. Meanwhile, I'll take this chance to plug myself.
Yes.
Why are you following me? Pay no attention to me. If you are really
wouldn't do that.
weird and want to pay attention to me, you can follow me on Twitter and follow my theological debates there. And if you're super desperate, you can come back to this show every Monday. And then usually on Sundays, I'm on multi-show and other things. And who knows? Who knows what else yet remains?
Never know. Yeah, Lex definitely will never argue with you on X ever. He's not prone to do that. He's not
No, I'm
difficult
very
in any
calm
way.
with that.
He's not insufferable whatsoever. So you'd love to see it. Make sure you're following Lex. There's the link. Jake killing it with the links. Thank you for dropping those in the chat. So guys, make sure you do that. Ronan, we got your links in the chat too and in the description below. Tell people where they can find you and what you're going to be up to, dude.
Well, as the description shows here, I got a link tree where you can find all of my different links. I got a YouTube, which is just Ronan the Crusader. I got a Kick, which is just Ronan the Crusader. I got an X, where it's Ronan_Crusader7. A little different there. But yes, over the past couple weeks, I've been streaming the OG Fallout. Just did one today. This Wednesday, I'll be streaming more Clair Obscure Expedition 33 as well, just before Trigger Happy. And throughout the rest of the week, I'll be trying to stream either Death Stranding or maybe some more Clair Obscure because I'm really liking that game. I'm digging it a whole lot.
Fantastic.
Sunday,
Game of the year, right? Clair Obscure.
Yes, 100%.
Nice.
Sunday, you can also find me on the For the Homies podcast with our weekly matinee with the homies, where we talk about all different kinds of films, different kinds of genres. Like last week, we were doing parodies. And yeah, you can catch us there. And then you can catch me here again on Monday, every Monday.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, guys, you better be following Ronan. Check out everything. Click those links. Show some support. And before we get to Jeff's outro, I just want to say I am honored to have been on the Stargate Files a few weeks back, a couple months back. Jeff, over on Suns and Shadows, you guys are absolutely killing it. And I just want to say, looking forward to this year with the new Stargate eventually coming out. I'm really looking forward to what you guys have to do with covering that. So, Jeff, if you could, first time on the channel, thank you again for being here. We really appreciate you joining us. Please tell people, we have your stuff linked below, but also tell people where they can find you and what you're going to be up to.
Yeah, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, Suns and Shadows. We're also on Kick, but we're still trying to figure out like the video gaming aspect. I'm a little slow on the uptake on getting that up and running, but
me too.
Probably because of my computer. But on Twitter is where I usually hang out. We have other people in our group that handles the other social medias like Instagram, Facebooks, because I could give a rat's ass about Facebook. So somebody else handles those accounts that can handle that stuff. But yeah, we do movie reviews every Tuesday night called 0 Point Reviews. We tend to go off topic quite a bit, but we have fun talking about some movies. Thursdays are Stargate nights, and Saturdays we do a little pop culture, science fiction, horror news kind of live stream with information from the week. We're usually a little bit late on the topics, but we have fun and give each other crap the whole time. So it's always a fun time.
That's awesome. So, guys, better make sure you're subbed. Check it out. Subscribe to Suns and Shadows because you guys are killing it. And like I said, with the new Stargate stuff coming out, really looking forward to your coverage of that too. Because as we know, Stargate is a documentary. It is. Highly recommend people check that out because it's good stuff. And I just want to address this. Vatlaw, do you have something you can explain to us? Something, your alter ego? Something we don't know about? All right, we'll leave it at that. So nonetheless, guys,
somebody going through withdrawal because there was no show yesterday.
Okay. You love to see it. So, guys, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. Go watch Off the Hip with ABF. Cornboy's the guest of the night. So, in the chat over on YouTube and Kick, click that link. Give him a Golden Age raid. Tell him we all sent you. Rate him in the chat. Definitely don't hurt. Don't say anything rude or gay. Definitely, totally don't do that. I would never endorse it. But, guys, thank you again. Go check it out Off the Hip. We will be back here next Monday for Golden Age Podcast, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Might do some random streams throughout the week as breaking news, whatever, current event stuff. So keep an eye on that too. But uploading a few clips and videos too, trying to grow the channel. And again, thank you for 500 subs. Shout out to Jay, Drunk3PO, Angry Badger, everybody, all you for helping with that. So as always, we're going to end the stream and we will catch you next week.